So now the next step is to cut on one of the lines. I can cut here or here. So now I will proceed in cutting out the shape. So I will be going for the second line, which is the 8 inches point. So guys, this is what I have after cutting. So now I will open up the pattern. Now the longer part of the sleeve, which gives us the handkerchief shape, is what will fall on the front and the back side of the sleeve, while the shorter side is going to fall at the center of the arm and the underarm, which is the armpit area. So now you can also refold this to your desired shape. You can achieve different design of handkerchief sleeve. Okay, so this is one. You can have your handkerchief sleeve exactly like this. So this is going to be the front and this is going to be the back, while this is going to be the shoulder lines. Also, you can open up your pattern like this, then let this side to meet. So in this case, the edges will not be equal. You can see what I have here is shorter, while this side is longer. So on the other side as well, this side will be longer and this will be shorter. So it all depends on what you want to achieve with your handkerchief sleeve. But the major shape for an handkerchief sleeve, like the standard shape, is what I have here. So now I will be placing this on my fabric and I will cut it out. So guys, now I have my fabrics placed on my pattern table. As you can see, I have my fabrics folded into 4. I folded vertically first, then in an horizontal position. Then I have it like so. So now this is my pattern. Then I'll be folding my pattern into 2 as well in order to make it in 4 places. You can see what I have. This is the first fold and this is the second fold. Then I will position my pattern on my fabric like so. You can see the positioning of my pattern. The curved side, which is the part I cut out the radius, is going to fall on the center of the sleeve, which is the folded side of the sleeve. You can see what I have here. Then I'll position this appropriately. This edge must align with this side, and this also should align with this. You can see I have this in pieces and I have my pattern in pieces on this side as well. Here I have this on fold and I have my pattern on fold at this side as well. So all the sides must match each other properly. So all the sides must match each other properly. Then I will secure the two with my sewing pins. Now I will be cutting out the fabric. Now I have my fabrics cut out, then I will remove my pattern. So this is what I have. Wow. Can you see what I have? This is so beautiful. Now I can position my handkerchief sleeve any way I like it to be. Okay, I can let this go together like so. So this is what I will have for this. So with this fold, this is going to be the shoulder line. The shoulder line, the front and the back. Also, I can have it the way I folded it earlier. This is the original positioning of the handkerchief sleeve when I was cutting out the pattern. I can as well have it like so. So this is going to be the shoulder line. So it all depends on your choice. So with this, now I can proceed in attaching the sleeve to the fabric. So now it's time to attach the sleeve to the bodice. Before attaching your sleeve to the bodice, you must have decided on the shape you have for your. Before attaching the sleeve to the bodice, you must have decided the shape you want for your handkerchief sleeve. So your sleeve must be in that positioning, then you place your notches. Okay, for me, I want mine to be like this. So I want this edge to meet with this edge. So which means this is going to be, one part of this is going to be the shoulder line and one part is going to be the armpit area. So then I will place notches on both points. So I've matched this together properly. Then I'll make sure the armhole area also matches properly. So I can as well pin the armhole area together. Okay guys, I have this as you can see. Then I will be placing notches on the folded part of my sleeve, this side and this side. Okay, so now the next step is to attach the sleeve to the bodice. But before attaching the sleeve, I will have to explain this to you guys. Look at what I have. When I was taking the measurement of the armhole, I have the side opened. The side was opened. So which means if I want to attach the sleeve, it's going to be from edge to the other side. And because of this, I have to open up one side on my sleeve. That is the folded sides I have on the sleeve, which can either be this side or this side because all sides are equal. Okay, but if you have your sides closed when you were taking the measurements, so let's assume I have it closed like this. When I was taking the measurement, I don't need to open up any part of the sleeve, so I will just attach it like so. So now I will be opening up one side of the folded side I have on my sleeve. Okay guys, I've opened up one side and this is what I have. So now I can remove my pins, then start pinning my sleeve together with the bodice. So this is the positioning of my sleeve. So which means the part I opened is going to fall on the armpit side of the bodice. Now in attaching my handkerchief sleeve to the bodice, I will be positioning this right side facing the right side. This is the right side of the bodice and this is the right side of my sleeve. I have a notch here. The notch point I have here is the shoulder point and this is the shoulder point I have on my bodice. So now I will position shoulder point to meet with the shoulder point. So this is the right side of my fabric and this is the right side of my sleeve. Right side facing the right side. Then I will pin the center together first, which is the shoulder line. Okay, so now I will pick the edge I have here on my sleeve to match up the edge I have on the fabric. Then I will pin the points together as well. So after which I will pin the remaining parts of the sleeve together. Now I have my sleeve pinned together with my bodice, as you can see, all around the armhole. Then I have my seam allowance of 1/2 inch marked all around the sleeve. So now I will be taking this to my sewing machine and I will be stitching with 1/2 inch of seam allowance I marked out. Now I have the sleeve joined together with the bodice, and this is what I have after joining. So the last step is to close the opening I have by the side of the bodice. So now I will be closing this, the opening I have by the side of the bodice and the opening I have by the side of the sleeve. So I'll be closing this like so and this like so. Guys, this is a final look of our beautiful handkerchief sleeve. What I have left to do on this is to weave the edges. So this is going to be a tiny weaving, okay? So the edges has to be weaved. Also, when you are choosing a fabric for an handkerchief sleeve, it must be a very light and silky fabric. You can see this is a silk. It is called crepe. You can as well make use of a chiffon or any material that can fall properly. You can make use of lycra as well. So this is the front side of the sleeve and this is the back side of the sleeve. You can see the shorter part falls on the shoulder line. So that is why I told you can make this in an opposite direction. You can make the longer side of your sleeve to fall on the shoulder line and the shorter part will fall on the armpit area. It all depends on your preference. So this is the effect of positioning the shorter part on the shoulder line, and you can see the longer part is towards the front and the back side of the sleeve. So guys, you can be tricky with an handkerchief sleeve in order to achieve your desired result. Also, this sleeve looks more beautiful when it is longer. So when you are making yours, you can make it longer. So by the time you have, let's assume I have this shorter part up to the elbow length, so which means the longer part will get to the wrist. So the longer the sleeve, the more beautiful it looks.